Invader Zim! The complete series boxed set Zim's House Edition. We're actually going to look at it this time, today, on the Multimedia Chronicles. Okay, welcome back. Without any further ado, let's crack this sucker open and see what all it's got inside. Okay, I'm not actually going to go behind this time because it's just a little too awkward with a big set like this. We're actually just going to go in from the side here. Okay, so the first thing I should show you is if you push on the sides of the roof here, I might need to move it down. Actually, if you push on the sides of the roof actually pops open. And then in here is where the little Gurr action figure was that I was talking about, that I don't know where we packed it. Actually, here, if you look over there, that's a picture of what the Gurr action figure looks like. Just a little guy. It's the red eye Gurr, not the blue eye Gurr. And then he would normally just be sitting in there. The reason I didn't keep him in here was because there was really, I wanted to display him. So we actually had a sort of display of our knickknacks and such, so we had him included with that. So, basically the way this opens up is really simple, and I'll show you in a second because I want to show you the other sides first. So we got the sides here. This, of course, is the mechanical tentacles that leech off the other houses. Got the back window there, and then more tentacles on the side. And then on the bottom is just the studio. This is from AnimeWorks, which actually is the same company that released the Voltron DVDs that I reviewed a while ago. These guys really go all out with their releases, I gotta say. At least the ones that I've got from them. They just seem to give all their shows the royal treatment, and Zim is no exception. So the way this opens up is it's actually a magnetic door. You can hear that. It's basically magnetic. And it just opens up like that. And then inside you have volumes 1, 2, and 3, and the special features disc. Now this boxed set is the only way you can get the special features disc. Now when they originally released it, they released it in two forms, because they had actually released the individual volumes individually before. But so a lot of people, myself included, had actually already bought the 3 volumes and didn't need those. We just wanted the box with the special features disc. So they actually released it in two forms. You could get the complete series set like this with all the DVDs, or you could just get the box with the special features disc and then put your 3 volumes into the box, and that's what I did. So, good stuff. I originally got it on eBay. I forget what I paid for it. I think it was about 60 bucks, which seems like a lot for a box with 1 DVD. But it's Zim, damn it! Okay? It's Zim. So, screw you if you think that's too much. So what we'll do is we'll just slide this out. The actual interior box doesn't really come out. It's actually glued in there. But that's okay, it fits the discs quite nicely. So we'll just move this aside here and I'll give you a look at the individual discs. So first we have volume 1, and that's really glary. Let's angle it a bit maybe. So first we have volume 1, Doom Doom Doom. And if we go inside, each set is actually a 2-disc set. So there's the 2 discs. So we have, of course, Zim and Gurr, which is his idiotic robot servant made from spare parts and toenail clippings, essentially. And then on the back, you have the brief description and list of special features. Now, I should say, every single volume is loaded with special features. Almost every single episode has a commentary, or at least a good chunk of them do. There's animatics, interviews, there's Irken subtitles, so you can actually get subtitles in the Irken alien language. Yeah, and it's great. So there's lots of extras on there. And then the book that comes with it, each volume has an insert. Basically gives you an episode breakdown. The only complaint I have about this is it doesn't tell you which discs have which episodes, so that's a little annoying. But you can generally assume that it's split in half. Yeah, and there you go, and you get multiple commentary tracks. The episode Bad Bad Rubber Piggy actually has an alternate commentary track by the Piggy. So, yeah, very, very strange. So just put that back in there. Oh, I need to sit down. This is really hard on my knees. Okay. So next up, we have Volume 2, Progressive Stupidity. Now I should say, when these were re-released in the slim packs, they all had the same covers. Actually here, why don't I give you, this is a look at the cover of the slim pack re-release edition. See, it's Invader Zim, the Complete Invasion. Now this was originally a low-priced edition. Of course, it's out of print like all the other ones are, so it's not so low-priced anymore. But, you know, if you're going to shell out for Invader Zim, I actually recommend getting the house set rather than the slim pack set. The main reason being you don't get the special features disc with the slim pack. So, okay, so back to the individual discs here. So this is Volume 2. Again, same kind of thing on the back. You've got oh, I should mention, let me see here. They try to assimilate themselves into society. So Gur disguises himself as a dog, thinking that he looks exactly like an Earth dog. Never mind, there's a very visible zipper on his costume, and it's colored green. And then Zim, that's what he looks like normally. And then that's in human form, trying to look like a human. He basically looks exactly the same, except he's got these big fake eyes. And that's Dib, who's the kid I was talking about, who's trying to warn everybody about the impending alien invasion. So again, if we crack this open here and take a look at the innards, whoops. Oh yeah, this is one of those, doesn't have any clips for the thing. So there we go. Here we actually see some of the epic battle I was talking about. You have Zim versus Dib spread across the discs. I should mention also they continue the numbering of the discs across the set. So discs, Volume 1 is discs 1 and 2, this is discs 3 and 4. So that's kind of nice. I noticed Media Blasters or Anime Works did the same thing with the Voltron discs. So it's pretty cool. So there you go. So that's that. And then again we have just the, you know, the registration card. Where is it? There. The registration card. Woohoo! Exciting. And then we have the book. Now the book. Yeah, you got Zim holding the world maniacally, and Gur with his rubber piggy. Gur is hilarious. I think he's pretty much everybody's favorite character. And then again, we have the episode listing. There's 9 episodes on each set, in case you're wondering. There was 27 total, so they just split it evenly into 3. And there's a few here that also have multiple commentary tracks. The which was it here? What was the commentary on these ones? I'm not sure. It doesn't really specify. But anyway, same kind of assortment of extras. You got some animatics on there, and you got commentaries with the creators and some of the actors. The guy who does the voice of Zim actually participates in quite a few of the commentaries, and he's really quite a funny guy. Okay, so that's Volume 2, and then finally we have Volume 3, Horrible Holiday Cheer, because I think this has both the Halloween and Christmas episodes on it. When Zim tries to take over Christmas, it's just priceless. And there we have, this is Gaz, who is actually Dib's sister, and her father. And then again we have Gur as well. So there you go. So if we open this one up, and be careful. See, this one has the clips again, so there we go. Okay, so we have Gaz and their father. I can't actually remember his name. I do apologize. It's been a while since I've watched the show. And then again we have our registration card. And before anyone complains that I didn't show the registration card from Volume 1, get stuffed. They're all the same. Okay, so here we have the booklet again. This here is the Society of the Swollen Eyeball, which is basically a conspiracy theory UFO enthusiast type group that Dib is a member of. And this is the society that he's trying to warn about Zim, but he needs to present evidence to them, and every time he tries to get evidence for them, it blows up in his face in some way. And this here is the Almighty Tallest. You've got Red and Purple, who are basically the leaders of the Urkin Armada, and the ones that Zim always reports to. So here, again, we have basically just your standard description of the the episodes, and you got commentaries and animatics again, and your usual assortment of stuff. So overall, I mean, these sets will keep you busy for a while. I mean, between the episodes and the commentaries, and pretty much guaranteed you're going to want to go back and re-watch episodes because they're just so funny and infinitely rewatchable. So okay, so now we get into the disc that came with the set. And this is one of the reasons you want the set. The Special Features disc. This here is actually Scooge, who was another kind of Irkin that the Almighty Tallest didn't really care for. The Almighty Tallest have this thing where it's like, you're not worthy of respect unless you're tall. So, Scooge was like one of the shortest Irkins in existence, so they actually sent him to this planet of flesh-eating rat creatures in the hopes that they would just kill him. But he proved to be quite an effective commander and actually managed to single-handedly conquer the planet of the rat creatures and returned in triumph to the Almighty Tallest. Now, interesting side note, if the series had continued, the last season would have actually featured Scooge quite heavily, apparently, and he was actually going to move in with Zim for a little bit, and they were going to be roomies, so there would have been some pretty funny stuff there. Now, what's on the Special Features disc, you're probably wondering? Well, first off, you get an interview with Kevin Mante, who is the guy who composes the absolutely epic and amazing music for the series. The soundtrack is just fantastic in this. You get some stuff about Invader Zim's sound design. Now this one's really cool. This is really cool, and I never hear anybody talk about it, and I can't believe it. This is to me, this is the real reason to get the Special Features disc. Audio from the unfinished episodes. So even though they never actually finished the last 13 episodes, they actually did record the voice tracks for them. Now, you really have to use your imagination when you're listening to those because there's no sound effects or music. It's just the voice tracks. But it at least gives you a taste of what might have been had the series continued. And no, all 13 of them aren't there. They didn't record all 13. But there's at least a selection. I think there's about 6 or 7. And not all of them are full episodes. Some of the episodes are actually 2 stories in one. They're like half episodes. You got Invader Zim sample soundtrack, which actually has a bunch of selections of the music soundtrack. And then you've also got the uncut version of The Most Horrible Christmas Ever, which was the final episode. So it says it has the unseen seconds. And yes, that's literally it. There's a few seconds that Nickelodeon didn't approve of. So in total, you've actually got about 2 hours worth of extras on here. So it's definitely worth getting if you're a Zim fan, if only for A, the uncut version of The Most Horrible Christmas Ever, and B, the audio from the unfinished episodes. So, Doom Doom Doom, Progressive Stupidity, Horrible Horrible Holiday Cheer, and the bonus disc. And let's pull it way back so you can see everything. Ta-da! The complete epic saga of Invader Zim. Well now, if that doesn't make up for the fact that I took so bloody long to get around to doing this set, I don't know what does. I mean, I've talked about it for almost half an hour now, so hope that satisfies all you Zim fans out there who are wanting a closer look at the set. Is it worth it? It's totally worth it. I mean, if you're a Zim fan, there's no reason for you not to have this. But as I say, it is out of print, so you can definitely expect to pay a pretty penny for it. I see it on Amazon fairly often. But, you know, poke around eBay, see if maybe you can luck into an auction or something and get a decent deal on it, because it's definitely a worthwhile set. Picture and sound quality is top-notch. I mean, it's about as good as DVD can look. This being a fairly recent show, there's no dust or dirt or scratches or anything like that, because it was all done digitally. I mean, it's all hand-drawn, but using computers rather than actual physical cells and whatnot. So picture quality is very clean throughout. I really didn't notice any errors. Plus the fact they don't put very many episodes on each disc means they can keep the bit rate nice and high as well. So it looks really good, and sounds great too. As I say, the soundtrack in this show is just fantastic. I don't know if they've actually put out a CD of it. I know that it's been broadcast over internet radio before. I do have an MP3 collection from an internet radio broadcast, and I think there was some kind of MP3 version released at some point. I don't know. I've never been able to find it myself, so I don't know. If I do, though, I'm definitely going to grab it because it's a great soundtrack and just a great show overall. It really is a shame that it got canceled before they were able to finish it. And of course, if you're just generally a fan of Jonan Vasquez, like his comic books and whatnot, you really won't be disappointed. I mean, it's got the same kind of crazy, off-the-wall, dark humor, just without the excessive violence and curse words that you generally find in his comics. But it's definitely very distinctively Jonan Vasquez. And yeah, and I highly recommend listening to the commentaries because they really are A, incredibly funny and entertaining to listen to, and B, quite informative as well. You really get some insight into the the problems they had with the show as they were making it, with Nickelodeon's constant watching over their shoulder and the ultimate cancellation of the show. Well, I think I've said about all I can think of to say about Invader Zim. It's awesome. Get it. You'll love it. It's hilarious. And if you're a fan, there's absolutely no excuse for you to not have this set in your collection, because every true fan should have this. I mean, for God's sake, it comes in Zim's house. It's Zim's house! How could you not want Zim's house on your shelf? Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's it from me to you for now, so until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.